What's up guys, this is Massey. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you how to find the equation of tangent line at a given point, which is -2 and -8. The equation is x cubed. So we need to use this formula, limit of f of x naught plus h minus f of x naught divided by h when h approaches 0. So that's going to be limit of x naught plus h to the power of 3 minus x naught to the power of 3 divided by h when h approaches 0. So that's going to be x cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3xh squared. That's how we expand it, minus x cubed divided by h when h approaches 0. So now this x cubed and negative x cubed cancels out, and we need to factor h from here. It's going to be 3x squared plus 3xh divided by h when h approaches 0. So h and h cancel out, and we're going to have 3x squared. And since h is going towards 0, this part is going to be 0 as well. So the answer is going to be 3x squared. We need to find it at this point, so it's going to be 3 negative 2 to the power of 2. That's going to be 3 times 4, and it's 12. This is the slope. Now if you want to find out the equation of tangent, we use this formula. Y equals to y naught, which is -8, plus m, which is 12, x minus x naught. X naught is -2, so it's going to be +2. So h is -8 plus 12x plus 24. Y equals to 12x plus 16. So this is going to be the equation of tangent line. Next example is y equals to 1 over x cubed. At this point, -2 and -1 over 8. So again, limit of f of x naught plus h minus f of x naught divided by h when h approaches 0. So it's going to be limit 1 over x plus h to the power of 3 minus 1 over x to the power of 3 divided by h. So now we need to find out the common factor here. It's going to be x cubed, x plus h to the power of 3. And here we have x cubed minus x plus h to the power of 3 divided by h. So it's going to be limit of x cubed minus x cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3xh squared plus h cubed divided by x cubed x plus h cubed divided by h when h approaches 0. Now it's time to simplify it. X cubed and negative x cubed cancel out, and we're going to end up having limit of -3x squared h minus 3xh squared minus h cubed divided by x cubed x plus h cubed divided by h when h is approaching 0. Now these h's in numerator, I can factor them. It is going to be negative, it's going to be h times -3x squared minus 3xh minus h squared divided by x cubed x plus h cubed divided by h when h approaching 0. These two cancel out, and when h approaching 0, these two cancels out as well, and this h as well. So we're gonna have -3x squared divided by x cubed times x cubed. So it's gonna be -3x squared divided by x to the power of 6. When you simplify it, it's gonna be -3 divided by x to the power of 4. And now I need to sub this negative 2 in there. It's going to be negative 3 divided by negative 2 to the power of 4. It's going to be negative 3 divided by 16. That's the slope of the tangent to the curve. Now let's find out the equation of it, which again we need to use this formula, y equals to y naught plus m times x minus x naught, which is y equals to negative 1 over 8 plus m is negative 3 over 16, x minus negative 2. So it is going to be h equals to negative 1 over 8 plus negative 3 over 16, x plus 2. So when you simplify it, it's going to be negative 3 over 16x minus 1 over 8 minus 6 over 16, which will be negative 3 over 16x minus 8 over 16. When you do common denominator, it's going to be 16 and 2, negative 2 and negative 6 is going to be negative 8. Then they can reduce and you can say y equals to negative 3 over 16x minus 1 over 2. That's the equation of tangent to the curve. Now in this example, we have y equals to x squared plus 1 at point 2 and 5. So we need to use the same method, limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h when h is approaching 0. So it's going to be limit of x plus h. Any x we see here, we need to convert it to x plus h here, plus 1 minus x squared plus 1 divided by h when h is approaching 0. So it's going to be limit of first of all, I can cancel 1 and negative 1. It's going to be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus x squared divided by h when h is approaching 0. This and this cancel out, and h cancel out, and the answer is going to be 2x plus h. And since h is approaching 0, this part is going to be 0, so we have just 2x. 2x, when you substitute 2 for x, is going to be 4. Now in order to find out the equation of tangent line, it's going to be y equals to y naught plus m times x minus x naught, which is going to be y equals to 5 plus m, which is 4, x minus 2, which is going to be y equals to 5 plus 4x minus 8, and that's going to be 4x minus 3. This is the equation to tangent to the curve. 4 is the slope in this case, as we saw it here. Next example is f of x equals to x minus 2x squared at point 1 and negative 1. So limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h when h is approaching 0. So it is going to be limit of x plus h minus 2x plus h to the power of 2 minus x minus 2x squared divided by h when h is approaching 0. So when you expand it, it's going to be h plus x plus h minus 2 times x squared plus h squared plus 2xh minus x minus 2x squared divided by h when h is approaching 0. Now let's simplify it. This x and negative x cancel out, and then I have negative 2x squared, and here we have positive 2x squared, so that cancels out, and we're gonna end up having h minus 2h squared minus 2 times this is going to be negative 4xh divided by h when h is approaching 0. Now I need to factor h. It's going to be 1 minus 2h minus 4x divided by h when h is approaching 0. These two cancels out. H is going towards 0. It's going to be negative 4x. X is 1, y is negative 1. When you sub it there, it's going to be negative 4. That's the slope at this point. If you want to find out the equation of tangent to the curve, we use this equation. Y equals to y naught plus m times x minus x naught. Y equals to negative 1 minus 4 for m. X minus 1. So this is going to be y equals to negative 1 minus 4x plus 4. That's going to be y equals to negative 4x plus 3. That's the equation to tangent to the curve. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I will put some related videos and playlists in the description in case you need extra help and extra practice question. Thank you for watching and have a great day.